Hi, Peter Thomson here, and welcome to the Economics of Innovation. So I did a video a couple of weeks ago about storytelling, and as you know, I work in branding and design, so storytelling is a very important part of what I do. In fact, it's probably the core of what I do. But in the video I talked about the fact that in actual fact storytelling can be quite a dangerous thing, because we do it in our own lives and in our own heads. We end up relating to the story about an event or an experience rather than to the event, the experience, or even the person themselves. So for me, while storytelling is an incredibly important tool, it's got to be used very wisely. A few friends said to me, look, well, what's wrong with that? It just kind of is what it is. Something happens, you interpret it, you tell a story about it. But I guess that's the key thing, is to be able to distinguish between what happened and what did we make it mean. So if you can unpick those two, then suddenly you've got the freedom to choose the story. So in business, that means that you can relay the story of the founding of your company by focusing on who the products are designed to serve and what you're trying to create. Or in your personal life, it means that you can create a story around how you've grown and developed and how you've ended up where you are that serves you and empowers you, rather than just being a victim of the events. So I think the key to storytelling is to be able to choose the story and to create it and control it, rather than being a slave to it, I guess. And I think what's really interesting for me is that storytelling arises in language, and language is something that, funnily enough, my friends that have travelled a lot, so long-term backpackers, people that have spent time travelling in Asia, Central America, South America, travelling around the world, travelling around Europe, often they get a certain sense of calm and zen, and sometimes that's from living in the moment, but often when I talk to them, it's also because they've realised that people's interpretations of events are always going to be different. We're always going to have a different interpretation. And often that's because they've realised that when you deal with people who speak lots of different languages, there are always going to be different interpretations. So I think any time something arises in language and can be expressed in language, then that's going to be a story of some form, and it's going to be a particular person's interpretation. Whether it's yours or the person that you're speaking to, there are going to be different perspectives. So I think maybe the key to understanding stories is to understand perspectives.